but I won't go into an affidavit first. I'll go into the fact that I'm a health educator, and I had problems. 20 years ago, I had diabetes and cancer. Cancer is easy to win. Diabetes, on the other hand, is a small circulatory disease, and by changing my lifestyle, I was able to improve the erectile dysfunction that diabetes suffered from for 20 years. And I was approached 7 times by people promoting this strip. Joy is the first one. And then I can go down the line with professional direct marketers that approach me 2 or 3 times a week. Well, it finally got done. I met Brooke. She stripped my knee from knee surgery. And I started reading about the literature. And I found out that it works because it increases the blood supply to the pain area, which eliminates the inflammation, and that causes less swelling. So a man of desire, because there's 5 reasons why people do things. Avoid pain is the #1 reason why people go to doctors. The second is to enjoy pleasure. Well, for 20 years, my pleasure hadn't been as good as it used to be. And I choose not to offend anybody in this room. But I took it upon myself to strip the small head that most men function under. And the next 24 hours, I not only had the best result from the lack of erectile dysfunction, but I had the best orgasm, ladies and gentlemen. I know that my wife is bashful, but I'll ask her to stand up because she's kind of bashful. Joy, would you stand up? And here is an affidavit because she was a little bit shy. I'll just take a half a minute to read this. Josephine Fisher, this is my voluntary testimony and marvelous results my husband attained when he used the Powerstrips to address his erectile dysfunction. Neither drugs nor blue pills enhanced his manhood or stamina to that of a young man. But the Powerstrip did. They work like magic every time, and he's happy. But she says this: if Mama's happy, Papa's happy. Thank you for allowing me to give my testimony.
Hi, my name is Nicole, and this is my daughter Kaya, and we're here today to share with you a little bit about the FG Express Powerstrips. I can tell you that as a mother, there is no love greater that you have than the love you have for your child. And my daughter's super active in sports. She wakeboards, she plays soccer, and our nightly routine consisted of Advil for children and an hour of massage for her legs and her feet, because every night she would go to bed with groin pains, and she was in so much pain. As a mom, you would do anything. So of course we always resorted to Advil until now. We found these incredible Powerstrips, and at night it's incredible. We simply cut a strip in half, we put a quarter of a strip on the back of each of her calves and a small piece on the back, and within minutes she's sleeping. No more pain. She wakes up in the morning, feels great, able to do all of her activities, and we absolutely are so impressed by this product. If you have children who suffer with groin pains, you definitely need to try these all-natural Powerstrips.
I love Powerstrips because they don't make me hurt anymore. I feel pain-free.
Tell us about your experience with the Powerstrips.
Hi, my name is Jan Jemison, and I live in Waterbury Center. I have skied all my life, and I taught skiing full-time for 30 years, at 20 at Stowe and 10 at the Dartmouth Skiway. With all the skiing I've done, I have really injured my body. I have a knee replacement, and I have a shoulder replacement. And I was hit and fell exactly right on my hip. Saw stars and had to finish my lesson. Raced in and got an appointment with my orthopedic surgeon the next day, who told me I had crushed my bursa. The bursa is the thing that supports all the ligaments and muscles around your hip joint. So I had pain up and down my leg constantly. The only thing they said would help it, and it doesn't heal, was to have a cortisone shot. Well, I don't like things like that, but I had to have it because the pain was so bad.
Right.
Finally, the cortisone shots stopped working, and that's when I tried everything. I've tried all alternative things I could think of. Everything, anyone who suggested anything, I tried. And then I was told about this meeting that you guys had at the Stowe Library. I went there, you put a power strip on me, and I sat through the whole meeting. And you asked me, Dave, you asked me how I was about halfway through, and I said, what? How am I? Oh, me? Oh, I'm fine. Oh my God, it doesn't hurt. Oh my God, it doesn't hurt. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I said, I usually wiggle around. I can't sit still. I've got to stand up. I've got to move. I've got to sit on one side, the other side. And I was just blown away. My prayers have been answered. I finally felt something that would take this pain away. The pain was so bad at some points I didn't want to live anymore. It was that bad. But this is a godsend to me. And I would help anyone in pain because I have felt pain. Not only with that, but with my shoulder replacement also, with the pain shooting there. I have felt pain so bad that I didn't want to live anymore. So even if you have a little bit of pain, I want to help you. You don't have to be in pain. Anyone who has pain, I'm there to help them. I know what it's like.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jan.
My mom is 77 years old, and she's in pretty good health. She's strong and tough, but she tap dances, and she's in the senior center, at home. And she was complaining about her shins, the back of the heel. What do you call them? She needed shin splints or something. Is that what they call them? Or spurs.
Okay.
Ankle spurs or feet.
Heel spurs.
Heel spurs. That's what they are. So she went to the doctor, and they charged her $350 for a heel spur, for one, before I got her the pack of strips. So my mom, me being into health and being a nutritionist, she listens, and sometimes she doesn't follow through on this. And she's like, what are those strips? Let me try them. I don't know if it's going to work. So I mailed her the strips. She could not even walk. She told me she was hopping from the bed to the chair. And she's a tough woman, my mother. She'll dance and, she'll walk and everything. But she was complaining about pain, and she never complained. I'm like, Mom, please put a strip on. She put the strip on, and I think within like a day, at least a day and a half, she was able to walk. She's like, I don't know, I can walk now. I don't know if it's those strips. I go, Mom, it's the strips. So she put them on. She's been using them for over a month now, and when she doesn't use them, she feels it does come back. So it's probably something in their energy that needs to continuously be worked on. But she's working them now. I sent it to my aunts who are in their 80s. They need help with, one has emphysema, the other one has help walking, circulation. They're in their 80s and very skeptical to use anything. But my mother is actually calling them now saying, you're not going to use them now, give it to me. So it really helped us. I'm very happy.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Karen Forrest, and I have various pain conditions, so sometimes I feel like a walking strip because it works. But what I'll talk about right now is I often have wrist pain, and not just pain, but I can't hold on to something. I'll go to hold on to it and it's gone. And also what they call a trigger finger, which I never knew about before, but all of a sudden it'll bend and you can't undo it. And the doctor said, well, they can do surgery or they can do, cortisone shots, but it's temporary anyway, and I'm not one for... don't do well with drugs. Nobody does. So anyway, but using the power strips, first of all, my wrist, the trigger finger thing went away, which they say doesn't happen. My wrist pain is gone. I can hold things, and not only that, but even for exercising, I didn't have enough strength to be able to do some of the things with my hands and my wrist because of the pain, and it actually took away the strength. And now I can, use my wrist and do more exercises, and the pain's gone, and I can hold things and no trigger finger. So it's great. Thanks.